the hill just at the post there is dog Belle. I like Bankrook and Cook, very experienced trialer in himself. He's doing trial up like and funny and feeling. See, let out people there. Flag being fine. Yeah. I mean, they've been coming out reasonably well. Buzzer's gone. Now we've got a minute course. Ask the dog anti-clockwise. A bit of a look. Then he sticks onto him now. Not looking at him. He's quite. I can't pick up behind. See, down the hand. It's deep. Dog. Deep. Deep. And big. Put it up to the dog down. I think it really well. We've got to remember when the dog picks up the sheep, bring it right back to the camp. See from this, take out. Yeah. Back for the sliding. I back to the type quick dog. Dog. Deep up dog. Right. And it. I've been pain. Back. Green. It. Hard. It's field. Front of the handler now, we might be able to see right in like counting peg. PVC post. Handler's got to walk around that. Sheep on the far, on his right. Done this pretty well. He's kept them within most of the way down. Dog's doing some great work, just keeping them together, not putting too much pressure on, just enough pressure to keep them moving. The handler's at the post. There it is, coming to the picture now. Got to take those sheep around the right hand side of the post. He's moving across to a second post. You've got to remember the handler cannot walk backwards and he cannot stop. He can only stop on the each post. Another one coming up, handler's left now. There is a cost of point, just 1 point at each post if they stop walking. They walk around the post, no loss of points. Now he's walking on. That's good going. He's got to keep those sheep on the right hand side. Remember, with if the sheep happen to go around in a clockwise direction of those posts the wrong way, the handler has to redirect the dog, bring the sheep back around. That's what we call an unwind. Got to rewind. Now in front of him, he's got the place. Got to bring those sheep into the front of the race there. The dog's doing a fantastic job covering. Those sheep are reasonably settled. Just take an eye on the dog. Look at that ease of the dog there. Dog working with the handler. Got to turn those sheep around and be able to see the race there. You only see the, I'm going to call it the right hand panel from where we see the other panel on the left hand side there. So we call it the race. A little bit wider opening than what the race is, but we've got to replace those sheep or bring those sheep into the lead up through the race. Then those sheep are comfortable with the dog, just, hesitant, but keeping a close eye on the dog, what's going to happen. Now, if the dog, or for whatever reason, the sheep go round the race, don't go down the middle, cost points gained. Hear a bit about the point later on, but I'm no judge. I'm not trying to put judge or words into judge, or he can't hear me anyway. But we go, got a breakaway now. But settle those sheep back again. Have to go through the race. Do not carry on and bypass an obstacle. Dog work very carefully, see that he's tucked away a bit, take the pressure off. Turn the sheep around again. Got it just off the left hand side of the race there. Not really looking. I've got one there and facing, but not looking down the race. Rolling around each other. A little bit more rolling down the middle. Fingers crossed here. Oh, working well, putting enough on the sheep to sort of a little bit agitated, but that, they got to remember these sheep running paddock. hectares, hundreds of hectares of paddock. Beautiful rolling hills here, not cropping country, but that's good, beautiful sheep country here in Beverley. There's cropping here done, of course, but that's probably on the less hilly country, on the flatter country, but still rolling hills. Disappointing news in the sense that the last competitor, Simon, his dog a bit bitey today. Remember, if the dog latches on, bite, if in any way, is a DQ, he qualified. That, you know, these dogs are under a lot of pressure. You can see from here now that these sheep are putting it up to this dog. Now, the hound is doing everything possible. You know, the moment you can say these sheep have got heads on the wrong end. There we go, bit of an explosion again. It's so close, that bit of pressure point, the bubble burst. Brought them back into place again. Look, they're turning. That's fine. Sometimes the sheep slow and dogs come with the dog direct way they should go. Really don't like going into that there. Here we go. We got them. Got them through. Well done. Well done, Neil. Well done to Belle. Now we see Neil here walking across, and in front of him, once he does his walk, not quite sure what the meter is. He's walking across what's called the bridge. That's been a big problem this year, but for some reason the sheep do not. Just gone off course a bit. Look at Belle, brought him into place, got control of the sheep there, put a block in front of him. Neil's walking across, he not stop, and he's got to stay the same pace too. Goes down pace, crawl, stretch pace, point off him. Tricky game. Neil's the circle and in that circle keep happening. Bring the sheep out. Got to be in the circle. Neil standing. Sheep good position looking at this. Front of the bridge. The wrong way at the moment. Little Belle's doing a good job here. Don't forget it's a 15-minute trial. He's got 15 minutes to complete the course. Got one looking, sort of, but got two bums looking up the race as well. So sadly, that end of the sheep hasn't got the eye. Bit of steady rolling move there, but not in. Pressure point again. The dog to move a little bit backwards, a little bit sideways. Look at the footwork on this dog. Look at what. Really, there's the voice a bit trying to encourage the dog to push. Too much pressure. He's and we've got time over. Well, that bridge put another stop to another difficult spot for the trialling. Neil's done that a little bit, push those sheep over the bridge, help get finished. It's probably only a young dog. Flag, nice little flag. Direct those sheep into the middle of it. Come off to the dog, our left. Dog's done a beautiful fake. Out a little bit. Really good to see. Out at the end. Nice touch around. Load up. There. Dog. They're certainly where the dog now. They've gone to dog there. Got to settle down. Time of bringing him up. Handle the dog. Final settle the sheep in for the rest of the course. Rest. Quick movie. Lose a fair way off these sheep. Then going to bring him around. Bring in quietly. Ken will take a minute of that. Get Blue to settle a bit. Ken's on the move. So I hope these sheep settle down a little bit as they walk down. Sheep have been in the D, and that's why Ken's moved down now. And the sheep are really taking notice of the dog. Not worried about Ken walking down there on the left-hand side. So sheep have just done a bit of a roll around. Look at Blue out. Can't quite hear. He's coming on the screen. Nice and steady. Look at Blue out wide. The sheep has sort of had a bit of a run. And remember this. The sheep have got to stay at the handler within a 9 metre distance between the handler and the sheep, and within a corridor of 9 metres. I don't really think he lost any points there. It was well done. Dog put a block on him, stopped him going too hard, stopped far. Okay, our last competitor was Neil Kristiansen. He's got a score of 48 from that run. So we do combine the scores from his first run, which is 69, 48, 17. But at the moment, we only had 2. It's Ken's third person. So we've got Neil in the first run out of 5 that are running in the final. So while I was reading that off the screen, there was a bit of dust happening. So sheep just had a bit of movement. Ken's coming to the first rounding peg. And we just see that the dog just on his right, just off the sheep, beautifully worked coming around. The sheep certainly know the dog's there. Ken's still doing his low side walk. just enough. You sort of post. It's sort of bit steady eddy out there. Got to take your time. Can't put too much pressure on. Pressure will come on when the first obstacle comes up. We saw them from the start. Those sheep are going to move. So we'll see how they go coming up to the first obstacle, first race. The Blues he's got good control of him. Just standing off. Ken's working with his dog. Look at that out there. Just tuck them in again, bit maybe. Now, what's he going to do here? They are standing off the front edge of the race, the wings of the race. Around that possibly. Blues out there to put a stop on them again. And they bring him in. I presume they'll come in between Ken and the race entry. Which way to go? Going to go round Ken actually. Okay. About to set them in. Dog. Crouch a little bit at the front. Beautiful action. Up a bit there. Always got a bit of a tug of war. Who's the best dog? Kelpies or the collies? Stay out of that argument at the moment. Don't know what's going to happen. The call might be Kelpies or it might be collies. See what happens at the end. So this is the improver final. In our third competitor out. Out of 5. Right. Yes, we through. Well done. That's good enough to turn them and move them and push them through. Well done. Beautiful work. The Ken's on the move again. Going to see where Blue stands in front. Very interesting to see sheep. Sometime it's like Mary had a lamb and follow Ken. Got Blue there bringing up the back edge. Really looks good. They're in the corridor. Take a bit of a run. See Blues right out there wide. Bring those sheep, but they're off course at the moment. Yeah, great work by the dog here, Blue. Needs to step across. Remember, he can't change his pace. See his hand go up if the camera's picking it up. And just a bit of hand movement to help his dog without too much voice. Probably concentrating more on the sheep or listening to what Ken wants to be done. But the dog here has got his own instinct. Look at that, they're beautifully together. Ken's going to be about 2 metres away from the circle. Sheep are taking a run again. Got plenty of energy in these sheep. Ken's in place himself in the circle. We've got to tackle the bridge. It's going very well here at the moment. I'm past the bridge. Out here. It's a bit harder to see. It's okay. Just look at the dog there walking in. Nice. Steady to bring him into the front. Bridge. Dog's gone wide. I reckon those sheep are a little stuck in the middle of the spot. Oops. Sorry. flag down, little flag, pick out, friend. Those watch length, of AFL. And it's twice like people stop the car, wind up, keep them within the area of the obstacles, but it just twice wide, make it a bit I'm trialing here and put the red the width of it, but that's all. Up short, but just calling in, he keeps going for a moment. See these sheep between the dog. Now they're going to come in a bit of a run, straight all the way up to us. Now they're actually probably off course. So every 9 metres off course and distance travelled, that's the point. Now, got a new angle there, and this is how it happens. Sheep move off course, in. There's a new line between sheep. Need to walk, and there's big crabby, good foot. No, the dog's there. They don't worry about the handlers too much. Sheep paddock. Little lamb sheep. Sheep out of the paddock. Out of the paddock. Over in the D. Green spot D. Walk down to it. Peg. Any peg B is peg. Right now. So Shelby's just having a nice gentle walk. Little stroll down the paddock. Dog out there beautiful. Outside, wide side. Enough to keep him in. Shelby's just keeping at a steady pace. He's at a slow walk. That's good. No matter how well. Probably don't want to walk too fast. Got a little bit of distance between Shelby and the sheep. That can be costly, but coming up now. Got to remember we start with 100 points. And the judges out there got a little counter and he's clicking. Trying to look for these little things that aren't 100%. So that put hand deep dog judge. Think. And long way around then, but okay. So it's deep now. So you've got to remember that 1 metre corridor, bring it back in. Shelby stop the first rounding peg. Coming into view in a minute. When the handler stops there is a cost of 1 point. They walk around and keep walking, no point cost. Got to remember, I'm not the judge. We're not the judge. Judge's final decision is final. He's out there within 20 metres of the handler and the sheep. close tab on what's happening. Shelby walk past, second rounding peg. Good. We're all out there to try and save points. Doing a good little job holding those sheep in. These sheep are a little bit more flighty or moving, a bit more than the previous one. Each handler gets 3 fresh sheep. The first time these sheep are out in this course. Certainly different there. It's paddock, I suppose, but it's got a lot of little red dots, green dots, and stuff that they don't go through. Don't have in the paddock. They have fence lines to keep them in. So it's good work. These sheep are a bit light, but they like to move a bit on where the dog is happening. Not really close, coming up to that race that easily. So Shelby's probably taking this time here just to steady things down a bit. The sheep aren't really settling. Look at this, they've gone around the handler. They don't mind being close to handler. Now we've got a little bit of split. That makes it difficult if the last sheep doesn't keep up. Dog's doing a good covering the sheep but keeping them close, but not really where they want to be. Got to bring them up to where the race is, the opening there. Here we go, is it better? No, they've gone around the side. Now he's brought 3 sheep back together. It's a bit hard when you get one side and 2 the other. Have a split. Now, Shelby, we just sort of kind of settle things down a little bit. Dog just creeping in, walking in. As soon as that dog puts a bit of presence there, they want to move. They look to be in a pretty good spot there, but just don't want to turn around and go up their race. In front of the race, so not exactly in the spot where they want to be. Bit of movement with the sheep, but one's got a bit of a cranky foot, a bit of a cranky mind, bit of a stamp. Look at that again. Where are we? Got it. Oh, gee whiz, they are tight. They've been playing hard to get. Good work by Shelby and the dog. Trying to keep them close by. I think one of those sheep come around the side. Once the sheep go past the opening edge of a obstacle, it costs you points. A little bit of dust coming up at times when things get a bit stirred up. It just shows you how the wheat bit's a little bit dry at the moment, with the dog bringing up a bit of dust there. One thing with farming, we can't do without the water, without the rain. There's croppers around and WA's in a bit of a dry spell. Some places have had a nice bit of rain, but it's not all over. The sheep are leading up into that race again. Slipped around again. They do not want to play the game. They're certainly trying to get away from the dog, but they do not want to go down. Right. So trying to settle things down a bit. Got to turn those sheep enough, or the dog's got to put enough presence there. Turn the sheep and see that the race is all clear for the sheep to go through. We've seen it where the dog or sheep don't like what they're doing and they want to explode, want to go round. The gentle touch here. I reckon they're just about dead in front there. One that was closest to us, closest to the entry, is just not turning around, showing the pathway. The leader sheep is probably the one that's doing the stamping the feet, so that's not the one that's facing the entry of the race. Yep. I've got 2 through out of the 3 now. He's got to do that again. 2 out of the 3 is not quite enough. We've got to have 3 out of 3 to the race. Been through once, maybe we can get it again. Here we go, coming around. No, he's gone down around again. Just hanging off him a bit. If it's turning around, whether we can just direct him in that race and get the race section done. Remember, each obstacle has points. So we'll try and find out what points are on each obstacle. Once you complete a obstacle, those points gain your final score. I'm certainly going to be up against her. So we've got another shot at it. We'll have to come down the side of the stairs. Around back. Dog had to do a run. Look fast out there. Zip gone off. 10, 15 metres at least. No, she's retired. Bad luck, Shelby. The circle. And place your dog sort of anywhere in that area. Pause at the post down. Buzzer's on. That's the dog off. Take down. Pause. behind the sheep. Too much around dog right, our right. You see that in the photo on the camera there now. He's on the fence side. And starting across. That's into that one. What happens there is